Welcome back to online classes. I invite your valuable thoughts to the third session of exploring the chapter, the demographic structure of the Indian society. In the last class, we were dealing with the points, the distinctions between formal demography and the social demography. I might believe that all wrote the question and answers and read the chapter well, understood it. Now we can come to the page number 12. In this session 3, I wanted to teach you theories of demography. There are mainly two theories of demography. They are theories of demography done by or put forward by Malthus, Robert Malthus, and second theory, the demographic transition. First one, the theory put forward by Robert Malthus, and the second one, the demographic transition. Let us learn together the first theory. Robert Malthus, he was an English political economist, and he wrote an essay. The name of the essay was Essay on Population. In this essay, he was talking about this theory of demography. According to him, population growth is faster than human subsistence. But we have to understand one thing. This theory was not welcomed by many theorists because it does not give any hope to the society. Rather, it is pessimistic, we can say. According to Robert Malthus, population overtakes human subsistence. Subsistence means what? The basic needs. Again, in a simplified way, I want to tell you that when we compare agricultural production and population growth, agricultural production is very less with the relation to population growth. Because of this, in societies, poverty occurs because number of people are more and production is very less. Because of that, according to Malthus, poverty increases. And he clearly tells us that the population growth is in the manner of geometric progression, and human subsistence or agricultural production is in the manner of arithmetic progression. What do you mean by geometric progression? Geometrical progression means what? For example, the numbers starts from 2, 4, 8, 16. The numbers are doubling. In this way, the growth of population occurs. The numbers are doubling. What about the arithmetic progression? In arithmetic progression, we can say that the difference between two numbers is only 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So, the agricultural production is increasing in the manner of arithmetic manner, and human population is increasing in the manner of geometric manner or progression. So that in a society, poverty occurs. According to Malthus, poverty is caused by human population. He tells us that there are two methods of controlling population. First one, the preventive checks. The second one, the positive checks. Preventive checks has to be done by human beings by means of postponing marriage, by means of celibacy. It means what? Human beings have to avoid themselves from the penetrative sexual actions. In this way, the human population can be reduced. Next one, positive check. Positive checks means what? The nature is playing a very good role for creating the balance between human population growth and the needs agricultural production. Because we know that the nature is bringing forth natural calamities, diseases, which takes the life of many people. So, nature is playing a good role in creating the balance between the population growth and agricultural production. This is all about the theory put forward by Malthus. But there are refutation. Refutation means what? A theory is proved to be wrong. This theory is proved to be wrong by some of the theorists, and also there are criticisms against it. First we can go through the refutation, because some theorists, they proved that the theory put forward by Malthus is wrong, because when we come to the point, we can understand that in Europe, when it happens, last part of 19th century and first quarter of 20th century, something happened there. The theorists wanted to prove with evidence or with experience which happened in Europe. What happened in Europe? In Europe, birth rate declined and also death rate declined. How death rate declined? Because the societies in Europe, they could control the attack of natural calamities and diseases by means of proper medical care and nutritious food. In Western Europe, this is the economic, social improvement happened there. Because of that, the birth rate declined, death rate declined. Because of that, the agricultural production overtakes human population. So their standard of living increased even though there was a rapid growth of human population. According to Malthus, he says that human population overtakes what we can say agricultural production. That's why poverty is caused. But the opposite happened in Europe. What happened there? Their agricultural production overtakes human population. So the people, they could live a better life even though there was a rapid, what we can say, population growth. The society improved. In this way, a refutation against the Malthusian theory occurred. Next we can say about the criticism. It is brought by some of the liberal thinkers who are supporting the theories of Marxism. They put forward that poverty occurs not because of human population, but because of unequal distribution of human resources. They say that there are unjust societies which what we can say, which are not able to distribute the benefits to every hand. In another way, I wanted to tell you that in an unjust society, the administration is not properly done because the resource flows into some hands. Everybody is not getting the benefit of resources. In this way, some of the liberal thinkers, they are what we can say criticized the Malthusian theory. Even though the theory was influential for a long time, after that some of the thinkers, they criticized and they proved the theory to be wrong. This is all about the theory put forward by Malthus. Now, I wanted to move to the next theory, that is demographic transition. Transition means change. Demographic means what? Study of people, description about people. The first point is that this is the second theory of demography. In this theory, as an introductory part, I wanted to tell you that the population growth and economic development are connected. This is the first point in this theory. Here we can see the population growth and economic development both are connected. This is the first point in this theory. The second point is that when we look at the world, we can see there are societies which are showing differences with regard to economic development. There are societies in this world, they are showing differences in economic development. This is the second point about this theory. The third point is brought forth by means of three phases in the economic development of a society. There are three phases that every society undergoes with regard to the development. The first phase or stage says that there is an underdeveloped society. We know that in the past there were societies which were underdeveloped and technologically backward societies. Their improvements were not there. In the first phase, in such an underdeveloped society, both birth rate and death rate were very high. So there are some questions why death rate was very high, because in such an underdeveloped society, improvements were not done because there were minimal medical care, lack of nutritious food supply, and the sanitation works also were not done in such a society, so that death rate was very high. Why there was birth rate? The parents are very much concerned about the death of their newborn babies. So the parents are trying to reproduce or produce more children. The parents are, because of the death of their children, they are trying to produce more children. That's why the birth rate and death rate were very high. Second, there was a transitional stage. Transitional means what? There was a change happened to the society. What was the change? The changes were brought by the proper medical care and nutritious food supply, and there were sanitation works done in the society. So society improved. There were some changes happened to the society. This period is called transitional period. Population growth increased because birth rate was very high and death rate was declined because of the improvement happened in the society. The third phase, what we can say, the things happened in a developed society where both birth and death rate were declined. This is all about the demographic transition. How the society is undergoing some changes. First, there were underdeveloped societies. Next, the changes happened to the society. Then, the society became developed society. This is all about the three phases in relation to the theory demographic transition. Next, we can go through the idea of population explosion. What is the meaning of population explosion? The population growth is rising because there is the rate of death is very low because of improvement happened in the society. Because of that, society is what we can say improving, and at the same time the population is increasing and death rate is decreasing because of proper medical supply, nutritious food, and what we can say the growth in the field of sanitation works. In such a way, population explosion happens. When we come to the last paragraph of this session, we can understand that what we can say this type of development happened in the Western Europe during the late 19th and early 20th century. This is the state, the third state, developed state was achieved by some of the societies in Western Europe, and in the second state we can say the transitional period, the death rate was very less but birth rate increased. Why? Their birth rate increased because the parents who were facing the situation in the first stage, they are feeling difficult to control the production of children. In the first stage we can see that because of high death rate, the parents are producing more children. This mentality continues in the second stage so that the birth rate increased. So for a long time this kind of mentality happened in the mind of the people. So in the third stage this mentality was changed because the parents are very much sure that their children are safe because of medical care, food supply and sanitation works. This is all about the population explosion. This kind of society could be seen in Western Europe during the late 19th and early 20th century. And there are other societies who were struggling, try to improve. But in India what happens? In India, the death rate could be controlled because social improvement, but birth rate till now cannot be controlled. So this is all about the population explosion. So I want to do what we can say, go through the points again. In this session of learning the chapter, the demographic structure of the Indian society, we were going through the theories of demography. First, Malthusian theory. Second one, the demographic transition. And in this both theories, we were learning the first theory put forward by Malthus. He says that population growth is faster than that of human subsistence, and this is what we can criticize by the thinkers. They are telling that the agricultural production is overtaking human population. And next theory we can say demographic transition. There are three stages of what we can say changes which happens to a society from underdeveloped to the developed. In India what happened, we know that birth rate till now not controlled, but death rate could be controlled. So I request all my dear students to write some questions to be answered. Please write the first question. Describe Malthusian theory and how it was challenged. Describe Malthusian theory and how it was challenged. Second question. Give meaning to the term demographic transition. The three in relation to three stages. Third question. How population explosion happens in a society. How population explosion happens in a society. Please write the answers. Make your own notes on the basis of the class I am taking. Please go through the book. Make your own points. That is very important. It will be helpful for you to improve in your language, and also you will have your own perspective about the things you are writing. Thank you for watching. God bless you.